Hey everyone, Nut Free Mama here. Today I'm going to show you how to make hot chocolate cookies. Okay, the ingredients for this part come in two steps because you're going to have the cookies and then you're going to have the icing or glaze as they call it. But the original recipe called for, it makes 45 cookies and I didn't want to make that many, so I'm cutting it in half. So I'm going to cut that to 22 cookies. So for 22 cookies, you need 1/4 cup of butter. You need 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. You need 3/4 cup flour. You need 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. You need 3/4 tablespoons of baking powder. You need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You need 3/4 cup of brown sugar, any kind you like. I'm just using the light brown sugar because that's what I have. You need, the recipe calls for 3 eggs, so I'm just going to cut that to 2 eggs because I really don't know how to make 1½ eggs. I mean, I guess you could do that if you wanted. I'm just going to go ahead and use 2 though. Then you need 1 teaspoon of chocolate extract, which I've tried to find that and can't. So it says you can substitute vanilla extract for that, so that's what I'm going to use. Then you're going to need 3 marshmallows for each cookie, so 66 mini marshmallows. And then for the icing, you need 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1/8 cup of cocoa powder, 1/8 cup of hot water, 1 cup of powdered sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of chocolate extract, which again, you can use the vanilla. Okay, our first step is going to be to go ahead and melt your butter in a small saucepan. Then when that is completely melted, we're going to go ahead and add in our semi-sweet chocolate chips. And again, that's 6 ounces, so that's going to be half of the bag. Okay, my butter is melted. I went ahead and added in my chocolate chips. And we are just going to go ahead and let those heat up until they make like a chocolate sauce. It should be nice and smooth with no lumps. Okay, that is what that should look like. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that from the heat and set it to the side. Okay, next in a large bowl we're going to mix together our flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, and salt. And then in another bowl we're going to combine our sugar, eggs, and vanilla. And then we're going to mix those two together after they're well combined on their own. Okay, here is what the brown sugar, egg, and vanilla extract mixture should look like. We are going to wait for our chocolate sauce to cool, and then we're going to mix those together before we combine it with the flour mixture. Okay, I added the chocolate and butter mixture into this, and I did move it into a bigger bowl because we are going to have to always add your dry to your wet. So I had to transfer that to a bigger bowl. Now go ahead and slowly mix in your flour mixture in there and just whisk it until it's nice and combined. Okay, after you are happy with how well that is combined, we are going to go ahead and cover that in plastic wrap and refrigerate it for 1 hour. Okay, our hour is up. Just go ahead and remove your dough from the refrigerator and take your plastic off. Then you want to just line 2 cookie sheets with parchment paper and then preheat your oven to 325. Okay, here is what my cookies look like. You just want to take about a heaping tablespoon and get it in your hands and roll it like a ball. And if your dough is hard to work with, which mine was, I just took some water and wet my hands a little bit and dried them off just so it was easier to make the ball. But this is about how big the balls are. And I was able to make, I think, 24. So it just depends on how big or little you want to make them. So now we're going to go ahead and stick those in the oven. Remember, it is at 325, and you want to put 12 to 15 cookies on each of your baking sheets and bake those for 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, next you want to put 3 little marshmallows on top of each cookie and put it back in the oven for 3 minutes. Okay, now we are going to let these go ahead and cool, and we are going to start on our glaze. So if your butter is not already melted, you want to go ahead and melt your butter. Okay, next you want to just go ahead and add in your cocoa powder, hot water, and your chocolate or vanilla extract, whichever one you have. Next we're going to slowly whisk in our powdered sugar until everything is well combined. Okay, here is what your chocolate glaze should look like. Now after your cookies are cooled, we're just going to drizzle that over top of each cookie. Just be sure to get it over top of each marshmallow. You kind of want to cover those with this. And then you're going to let that all sit for 30 minutes. Okay, those are all drizzled. I couldn't cover my marshmallows completely, but they look really yummy anyway. So we're going to go ahead and let those set up for 30 minutes. Okay, this is what they should look like. Next, we're going to have taste tester have a little taste. Okay, we're going to have taste tester have a little taste. Taste tester.
Okay. Wow.
Have a little taste.
Yum. Yummy.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, come see us again. Bye.
Bye.